Uh, the next six varieties I'm showing you are basically new introductions. The very first one is going to be a Ringo Star. Now we got two varieties of roses. It's called Ringo. Uh, Now the first one, this one is just Rose Ringo, and it is a zone 4 to zone 8. It would get 36 to 48 inches in height, as for 36 to 48 inches in width. This one is more of a yellow with bold red ring center. The great thing about this is this variety is almost like a bicolor. You'll get all kinds of color out of this variety. It's a 3 gallon. It likes to be in a well-drained soil. It is recommended to be in full sun, but if you for at least 6 full hours to part sun to 4 to 6 hours. It's considered to be powdery mildew resistant. And great thing about the next two varieties is that they don't really need to be deadhead. They are varieties that will give you a continuous bloom. Now the Ringo Star, what makes this one really nice is just that when it first comes out, you're going to have a bright yellow with red center flowers to it. And as time fades, it turns to a white and the center becomes more of a pink. So you'll have almost two different arrangement of colors in this variety right here. This variety, we won't probably, it's going to be bare root. We'll probably get this within the next couple of weeks. But like I said, there's two Ringos, so you have to keep in mind what are the two Ringos. Go ahead to the next picture, please. Now this is the Ringo Star. It still shares the same characteristics of the other one. It's zone 4 to zone 8. It gets a 24 to 36 inches in height, as well as 36 inches in width. The only difference with this one is just a different color. It is an orange with red center. Now this variety we did get last year. It was canned. We do have this here. It's canned. But it was late in the season by the time we were able to put it into current. But we do have this variety right here, right now. It is more of an orange with red center. It's also in the 2 gallon pot. It likes to be in well-drained soil. Another variety, plant in full sun, but if not, at least 6 hours to 4 to 6 hours of sun. Like I said, once again, these varieties are continuous bloomers. So you don't really have to do a deadhead water. So it's very low maintenance, also disease resistant. And like I said, it looks simple at first, but this plant packs a lot of interest. So remember, we have the Ringo and we also have the Ringo Star. All right, next picture, please. Now this is the Lismachia variegata purpurea. It's also known as sleuth strife. This variety is a zone 4 to zone 8. It would get 12 inches to 24 inches in height, as well as 12 to 24 inches in width. Now this one has tiny yellow flowers to them. It is a 19 centimeter. It blooms in clay loam soil, but it can tolerate soils with sandy or rocky material in it. This is a variety that you want to plant in more of a partial to full sun. It's very good for more of your sort of ground cover, almost. It is a wine-like red foliage. It slowly creeps into gardens, and it grows to 1 feet to 2 feet tall. It's diminutive flowers. It twinkles with a bloom of a bright yellow, and it's a continuous shiny bloom. The leaf on these things is more of almost like a red to green hue to it. But like I said, as you can see in the picture to the right, it's you can plant it and it'll just basically fill in the bare spot. It's also used as a weed deterrent. So it's preventing weed seeds from getting in there. So that's another good variety for their natural weed deterrent. And go ahead to the next picture, please. This is the Rudbeckia Prairie Glow, also known as Brown-Eyed Susan. This is a zone 4 to zone 8. It would get 3 feet to 4 feet in height, as 1 to 2 feet in width. Now this one is an orange flower with a yellow tips. We have this in a 1 gallon to be part of the American Beauty series. It likes to be in moist but well-drained soil. It prefers to be planted in the full sun. So you want to keep this out of areas where it's more shady. It does best when it's planted in direct sun. Terrific for late season gardens. Blooms profusely from midsummer to frost. It is a heat and drought tolerant and extremely easy to grow and deer tolerant. It has very long lasting color and it looks really good in your landscape. What's great about this is you can see it has more a yellow center, but it's got these striking bright yellow tips to it. So it gives a nice off color to this. So this is a new variety. We should be getting this in next month. And once again, we should hopefully have this ready for during summertime. Next picture, please. Now this is a variety I really like. This is a salvia bumbleberry. It's also known as garden sage. This is a zone 3 to zone 8. It will get 10 to 12 inches in height. Has 12 to 14 inches in width. Now this has pink shades to it. Now the thing about this is that it does turn to more, like I said in the description, to a dark fuchsia pink flower to it. So you can almost have this almost violet-like color to it. It's very, very striking. I can't wait to see this once we get it fully planted. It is in a 1 gallon pot. It takes the average to the fertile soil. And bloom time for this is usually during the early summer, okay? It produces a bountiful mass of color flower spires for the late spring to the early summer. It's a great pollinator because it attracts your bees and butterflies. So this is a new salvia I'm looking really forward to getting. Next picture, please. Spigelia Raging Cajun, also known as Raging Cajun Indian Pink. This is zone 5 to zone 9. This is we grow this in being 20 inches in height. It's more of a red orange, and it's also we'll grow this in at 19 centimeter. It takes the average soil quality, blooms in the late spring to midsummer. It prefers to be planted in the sun to light shade. All right. It produces nearly 1/3 more flowers and flower clusters more than the orange and red compared to the other spigelias. We do have one over here that's very similar to, I think it's like little red. I had to look that up. But this one is supposed to produce more flowers. So this is a new variety. We have good to have another option for this variety here, because I really do like this variety. I think it was very striking last year. Do not plant in areas where it's like standing water. It does not like wet feet. It will rot if you plant it in an area where it's in stagnant water. So you want to make sure somewhere you got some well-drained soil on that. And let's keep that in mind for when you're planting this variety.